In past WxYz features, I've talked about field projects in which Penn State meteorologists chased tornadoes or explored lake-effect snow bands. These studies were funded mainly by the government, specifically the National Science Foundation, but some research is also supported by industry. That's the case with an ongoing study of hail, funded by the Insurance Institute for Business and Home Safety, or IBHS. The goal of this study is to reduce property loss and improve forecast models of hail by studying hailstorms both in the field and in the lab. Specifically, the characteristics of damaging hail, such as the size, shape, and hardness of the stones, and how they're distributed when they fall. Evaluating these qualities of natural hailstones allows researchers to accurately create artificial ones in the lab, as well as helps refine techniques for estimating hail size from radar imagery. The field study focuses on the Central Plains for good reason. Here's a look at hail loss insurance claims by state for the period 2013 to 2015. Texas by far had the most, almost 400,000 in that 3-year period. The other states in orange are the next 10. Colorado is second, Nebraska third, Kansas fourth, then Illinois and Oklahoma. So it makes sense to roam the plains if you're looking for big hail. By the way, Pennsylvania was 11th with 64,000 hail damage insurance claims in that 3-year period. The IBHS hail study actually began back in 2012 when data on the hardness and impact strength of more than 200 hailstones was collected. Knowledge used to create the first ever full-scale indoor hailstorm in 2013. That year, data was collected on another 685 hailstones that helped improve the testing back in the lab. Collaboration with Penn State started in 2014. That's our own Dr. Matt Kumjian on the left, with IBHS meteorologists Ian Giamonco and Tanya Brown. That year, 1,600 more hailstones were analyzed, and a prototype of an instrument called a hail disdrometer was used, a probe that measures the spatial distribution and impact energy of falling hailstones. The first network of disdrometers was used last year when also for the first time a 3D laser scanner cataloged the stones. Computer simulations like this one developed recently by Dr. Kumjian show potential trajectories of hailstones through a thunderstorm, allowing study of how hail grows and moves, and most importantly, where the biggest stones will fall. This year, the first deployment was last week when Penn State students Matt Livingston and Jake Siegel joined Dr. Kumjian in the field. The team encountered hail on all but one day, a pretty good success rate, and more 3D scanning was done to create molds to make more realistic artificial stones in the lab. The second deployment this year starts next week when 2 other Penn State students will head to the plains to assist Dr. Kumjian and the rest of the IBHS team. Stay tuned. The extended forecast is next.